Hi guys, wanted to go over a wonderful ancient breathing technique for managing stress and anxiety. The Navy SEALs had a guy who kind of reintroduced it to modern Western culture. But this is a technique that's been around for thousands of years. The Sanskrit name for it is Sama Vritti Pranayama, and it basically means equal fluctuations in breath. And it's also known as four square breathing. It has actually a few different names, but the method is the same. And I wanted to share it with you. If you've ever had a panic attack or an anxiety, it is really scary. And we'll talk more about the science of a panic attack and exactly what's happening in your body. But for today, I'm going to share with you something that you can do. It's really quick, it's very simple, easy to remember that you can try out. And I will show it to you now. So, first of all, good good posture is really helpful for quality breathing, and I'll be making a video about that as well, I'm sure, in the future. But what you can begin with is sitting in a cross-legged position. You don't have to be in a cross-legged position, right? If you're out and about or you're in your car or something like that and you need to practice, you can. I will tell you this, if you're hunched over and your stomach is crunched, it's going to be harder for you to take a full exhale. And I said I wasn't going to talk about the kind of the science behind the panic attack, but I think I will talk about it a little bit. Um, you know, if when we have an anxiety attack or we start to get anxious, there are some things physiologically that are happening in our body. Our heart rate starts to increase. We can, I guess, like we said, we can start sweating. Uh, our blood pressure can increase. But essentially, a lot of it begins with the breath, right? So if you've so an awareness of our breath, right? So and here's the technique. So we're going to sit up. You can cross your legs. It's very helpful for your posture to be good when you're doing a breathing exercise. It helps maximize the expansion of your lungs and your airway. And this is how you do it. You can put your hands on your knees, relax your knees. Again, try to have some reasonably good posture. And you inhale for 4 seconds, then you hold your breath for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, and then hold for another 4 seconds. And that's the cycle of what's known as a Sama Vritti Pranayama or box breathing or square breathing. Now, you can also, move your eyes and imagine that you're looking at a square as you're doing each step. If you like, you can give that a try. But for today, I'm just going to focus on the breathing. And the first thing that I'm going to do is for 4 cycles, I'm going to count with you. For 3 cycles, I'm going to count with you. And you can practice the breath work. So in just a few moments, we'll get started. And I will walk you through it with the counts. Once that's finished, we'll see how you feel. You can check in with your body and your mind, see how you're feeling about that. And then we'll repeat it. And the next time we'll repeat it together and we'll both be counting in our heads. And then you can let me know in the comments how that feels to you, what you think about that. So let's get started. I will count for you and support you. And let's go. So in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. How are you feeling? One thing that I should have mentioned is that you can, for the inhales, you can breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. You can also practice with, if you want to try out inhaling through the nose and out through the nose with your mouth closed as well, but I would recommend that you start with inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. So let's try that again, and then this time we'll do it together. So I won't be counting, just try to follow along, and hopefully you can hear my breath. If you get lost, it's okay, just jump right in where you can. And also, if you were to start to feel dizzy or anything like that, listen to your body. You're the expert of your body. Take a rest and stop if you begin to feel uncomfortable. Okay, let's go. So we ran through 3 cycles together. How does that feel? You may not feel much of a difference, as really ideally you would practice this for at least a minute or two to give your body a time, mind a chance to regulate. Another suggestion that you're going to hear me mention a lot is you can increase the biofeedback, and in other words, the information that your body can send and can communicate to the brain by putting one hand over your heart and one over your belly. And that can help you increase your awareness to your breath and your count. And also, I don't know about you, but for me, there's something very comforting about this position. With our nervous systems, uh, the downside with anxiety and panic attacks and things like that, and nervous system dysregulation, is that we can forget, and the body can lose sight of how to calm itself, and kind of shift to a situation where we feel an elevated stress level frequently. And the good news, the flip side of that, is that our body can also do the opposite. It can learn how to, you can learn how to self-soothe and how to calm yourself. And I frequently do breathing exercises, whether it's just normal breathing and inhaling and exhaling, or this particular breathing technique and the Sama Vritti Pranayama. And as soon as I put my hand over my belly and over my heart, my body says, ooh, we're about to do something nice. And it starts to relax a little bit. But if you're in an agitated state and you're up really high, it's likely going to take, more times and an increased duration. So increased frequency of duration of these exercises. But in time, your nervous system can learn how to regulate itself. Now, why did Navy SEALs decide to adopt this technique, and why has it been around for thousands of years? This technique is used to help, like I said, lower anxiety and stress, lower the heart rate, lower blood pressure, help us focus, and stay calm in a stressful situation. So if you have time to do this for a few minutes, great. But if you don't, and you just have a minute or so, and you're out and about, and you're in a safe place where you can do it, by all means, get what you can out of this over time of repeating nice, relaxing breath work. Your body and your nervous system can learn how to regulate itself, and you'll find that you can get to a calmer state more quickly. Don't be frustrated with yourself. Be patient with yourself if you don't feel calm right away, or if you feel like maybe it calms you down a little bit. Also, experiment with this breathing technique. Sometimes people like to hold their breath for a little longer. So you could try inhaling for 4 seconds, holding for 6 seconds for a little while if you're feeling really anxious. In that case, of course, it's not really box breathing. It's a little bit different. But in other words, listen to your body. You are the expert in your body. Listen to what feels good to you. Let's try that technique one more time for 4 cycles, and I will count for you. And also, one thing, and I'll count for you. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. And a reminder, if you can and you have time, stay with yourself for a moment after you've done a breathing exercise like this. Give your body a chance to enjoy the sensation of feeling a little more relaxed. Sometimes we don't have time for that. But so often in our society, we hurry. We're in a hurry. And we want to run off to the next thing. But being with ourselves, being present, being mindful of where we are in this moment, and just feeling simple things like our feet pressing on the floor, or your hands over your belly and your heart. Just letting yourself feel your breath are all things that we can do to help us feel more calm in a world that doesn't always support a relaxed nervous system. Thank you so much, and please let me know how this worked for you in the comments below. I'm looking forward to reading through your comments.